Alrighty, you ready?
I'm ready.
Are you ready? Alright,
Yeah.
can you turn around? You look away for a second.
Why?
Just keep looking that way.
Is it City of Death?
City of Death, that's right. That's exactly right. Hello! It's the French episode.
Wow.
We like the French.
Wow.
Woo!
Bonjour.
Bonjour!
Hello.
Bonjour!
Hello.
And welcome! Welcome! I actually, I was trying to draw like a black curly mustache on my face, but my face was so sweaty it wasn't working.
Bro,
But that's fine.
you know what? I was driving here and I was like, fuck, I didn't get a beret or anything like that. I didn't get a stick of bread. Nothing.
No, nothing.
It's not very French.
Well, don't
of
worry.
me.
I remembered this about 10 minutes before that we were thinking of doing again. This is an Italian hat,
A
by the
sailor's
way.
hat? Is that?
Connor's just realised I'm wearing an Italian hat, which I am. I just thought it looked somewhat French.
Yeah,
I don't
I
know.
guess.
I just thought it
That's
fit the mood a bit, but fuck that shit.
I should have fucking gone and gotten a beret, but
Well, you didn't.
I didn't. No.
That's the facts.
That's very non-French of me.
French. Now, even though we maybe look like we're supporting France in the Winter Olympics, we're actually not. I'm actually a bit French because we're talking about City of Death today, the classic Doctor Who adventure.
Bonjour.
Yo! Set in France.
It is.
Set in France.
It is.
I don't
Set in
know.
France.
Do you have you ever been to France? Any
No,
experiences in France?
I haven't.
No.
Never.
No,
I know you have.
I have. I got this in France actually. This
I know. I thought that was really cute when I came down
little-
today and I saw that.
little keychain, because I collect keychains, as you can see off screen,
Yep.
Connor, from all the
Yep.
places I go, which I only decided halfway through my Europe trip, so I only actually got 2 keychains from Europe
That's the
rather than
classic,
like 15.
Classic gift shop go-to buy, isn't it?
Well, that's what I thought. I was
Yeah.
like, it's just like a $2 purchase I can
Yeah.
get from wherever I go.
Magnets,
good.
postcards.
This, so you probably can't see too well on the video here. This little keychain of the Eiffel Tower. I don't know why I said it like that.
Tile.
Is funny story behind it.
Okay.
So I was in Europe with my mate Ricky,
Yeah.
and there was a big group of us that we'd met over there, and we were just hanging out under the Eiffel Tower. And one of
As
these,
you do.
one of the people that come and sell you shit. What are they called? Like
What, like a busker or something?
yeah, no,
Yeah.
busker's like, isn't that the
Singer.
that's the
Yeah.
singer? No.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, like he came up with like thousands of them, and he was like, do you want one of these for €4? And my mate Ricky goes, how about 4 of those, €1? And the guy goes, deal. And then Ricky bought just 4 of us these little keychains.
For €1.
Yeah, I just thought it was so funny that he just fully
Wow.
flipped it and got it for
He's like,
got
"Damn."
4 times the amount for a quarter of the price.
That's some good bargaining right there.
That's very good bargaining.
Wow. That is a great story behind it.
Yeah.
Yeah, lucky you. I've always wanted to go.
It's cool.
Obviously now because of the fucking pandemic, it most probably isn't going to happen for a long time.
No.
But always wanted to go. I think we went to the UK once. I think we were planning on maybe going on that like bullet train that heads straight to France and like go underwater or some shit.
Is it like the Eurostar or something like
Something
that?
like that. I don't know how the fuck they even build something like that.
Yeah, no shit.
That's insane.
Yeah.
But hey, smart people than me have done it. But I've always wanted to. Yeah, really cool location work in this week's episode. I think that's one of the big reasons why you picked it. I really appreciated that, all the location work. So
Yeah.
it was really fun to see the Eiffel Tower in it. And
Totally.
France.
France. Honest opinion of France, I think the parts that are meant to be beautiful
City of Love.
are beautiful. Like the
Yeah.
Eiffel Tower, stunning. All the stuff around like the Arc de Triomphe and stuff like that, the Louvre, it's all awesome. But then the moment you go into like a back street, that's the classic smelling of piss,
wasn't gonna
smelling of
say
a
that.
wee wee kind of thing.
But I still watch Max Mofo now, but I remember he did like an OG vlog. Like we're talking like
I've seen that, yeah.
nearly 10 years
Yeah.
ago, and it was titled like Paris smells like piss. Like he like would just say the whole time in the vlog like it smells like piss.
Well, he's not wrong. He's not wrong.
It's like one of those things where you going like, yeah, it does. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yep. That's
What the fuck?
That's
That's
a fair
crazy.
call. That's a fair call.
Okay.
Yeah. So, like we said, City of Death is what we're talking today. I got to watch it on the beautiful brand new set,
I did not.
season 17. And I got to say, this episode looks HD. Like sometimes in these Blu-ray sets, if it's a lot of studio footage and stuff and it's all done on tape, and stuff. The remaster, it's obviously better than watching it in standard definition, but there's no argument there about it being like, this is high definition. Maybe the sound is, I don't know. Yeah. But this episode looked
awesome,
stunning. Obviously, there's a lot of film work on it, which remasters really well.
Yeah.
And things like that. So that's really cool and a great way to watch it.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I watched it on continuing my BritBox usage. It's so fucking whack, that app, man. I swear, like I literally
Conor hates BritBox.
I could literally I was like, I wonder if I can record like a scene. There's a funny scene when Tom Baker falls in it. I was like, I wonder if I can screen record my phone, watch it on my phone. And it worked, which is like unheard of. Like it's like a massive thing that apps can't do. Like normally when you do it, like automatically stops recording or it just records a black screen.
Yeah.
Because obviously just piracy. I don't know how, but it let me do it. This is how good this app is.
Quality app. We love Shitbox.
There's to be fair, like it's got some good shows on there, but I just don't know if I'll ever get around. That's what every streaming service is like. I might get around to that. And you never do. Like. Totally. It has Ashes to Ashes and Life on Mars on it, which is good.
That's tempting for me because I've always wanted to watch those.
Hey, if you want my fucking password, just
dive in there.
I'll give it out right now.
Yeah, just tell the world.
Everyone can sign.
You might as well. Do you want to give them your debit card number and things like that as well? Your bank details,
my security on the back, the 3 digits, the magic numbers.
A little bit of housekeeping. We are the 50% Doctor Who podcast where we talk about an episode, a story of Doctor Who every week, and we sometimes go a little bit off topic and have a laugh. In fact, we generally always do. You can find us on Twitter and Instagram at 50Doctor. We always like to know your thoughts on the episodes we're reviewing. We do that a little later in the show.
Yeah.
So that's on Twitter and Instagram at 50Doctor. And if you want to watch the footage to see that brilliant intro of how well I looked, then you can just find us on the 50% Doctor Who podcast YouTube channel where there are sometimes videos, other fun little videos and snippets.
Well, I was talking to Mitchell, my good friend, at the pub yesterday, and I was saying to him that I want to try and make a pact from the 100th episode to see if I can come every week. If that's okay with you, obviously.
Yeah, no, that's cool.
I just think the fucking Zoom just looks shit.
Yeah, it does.
And I feel like it's so much better in person, and it just looks so much better. And if we actually want to really take it somewhere, which I know we do, I feel like it's just the right step forward. So I'm going to do my darndest from episode 100 onwards. Also, very high chance I might be going into madness and getting a TikTok account for the podcast.
Oh my god!
The thing that was stopping me was that like using the fucking Zoom footage would just be worthless. But if we're actually in person like this, that little intro, for example, would be really funny just to like clip.
Some dank memes. Sure.
Will I stick to it? Will I even do it? I don't know. We'll have to figure it out.
We'll find out.
Either way, it might be. I just think I've heard it's a really good way to get people to find your shows and stuff. So,
so that's quality.
That's a maybe. That's in the maybe section.
A big question mark. A big bit of Who.
Yeah.
So folks, City of Jeff today. We're gonna talk about it.
City of Jeff.
Sorry. Oh, hold on. Wait, my sound was down. City of Death today, folks. We're gonna talk about it.
50% gone. Aidan's gone. This is the kind of weird antics we get up to where like halfway through the intro, Aidan will get up and run away.
I'll just fuck off. Yeah.
That's the unpredictability of the 50% Doctor Who podcast.
That's right. Well, I was just adjusting the camera setting. It's now slightly overexposed, but the sun is setting so fast that it's fine.
If for a good laugh, if you ever start an episode, quickly skip to the end and see how much darker it gets.
I know, it's crazy. We always film at sunset for some fucking reason.
To fucking, it's pretty dark at the end. You have to turn on lights and stuff.
Yeah, it's mad.
Yeah, happy days.
Yeah. Well, last time we recorded in person, I had the genius idea of just putting the lights on in the first place. So that way, as the sun goes down, it doesn't get too dark. You know what I mean? I don't know why I never thought of that in the past. It just gradually levels out the light. It's dumb.
What episode was I here last for?
Name of the Doctor. No, it was only 2 weeks ago.
Name of the Doctor was here?
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was. Because remember, the first half of the episode was like fine. It was fun.
Tangent.
And then the last half was hilarious.
Yeah, you're on a massive tangent. Yeah, that's so funny. That's what I'm saying. Like, the shows always seem better when we're in person.
Definitely.
So I'm just like, fuck it. This seems like a good idea. And I think it's the right move. So, part of Conor's plan.
I love it. City of Death
Thank you.
is the second serial of the 17th season. Sorry, people get butthurt about that. Season is Classic Who, series is Modern Who.
So you say serial, sorry?
Season. So season is Classic Who, and then series is Modern Who.
Man, people get upset about that.
Yeah, they do. City of Death is the second serial of the 7th season of the British... Sorry, of the... Fucking hell. City of Death is the second serial of the 17th season of the British science fiction television series Doctor Who, which depicts the adventures of a time-travelling humanoid alien known as the Doctor. It was broadcast between the 29th of September 1979 and the 20th of October 1979. Written by David Agnew. It features the Fourth Doctor and his companion Romana, set mainly in Paris in 1979, if you couldn't tell by that intro of ours.
Bonjour.
The plot concerns a scheme by Count Scarleone, in reality an alien called Scaroth, to steal the Mona Lisa, to finance experiments in time travel, in the hope of averting the accident that killed the remainder of his race 400 million years previously, which began the existence of life on the planet as well. That was a long sentence. Conor has watched his very first proper Classic Who serial last week with the Three Doctors. This is his second time. Last week, Conor loved it.
I did.
This week, what's it gonna be? I'm kind of scared.
Yeah, I did like it. I preferred last week's.
Bastard.
Definitely. I think when I watched the first part, I was like, what the fuck is going on? Where is this going? Why did Aidan pick this? And then the second part, I was like, I can definitely see where he's going with this. And then third and fourth, I was like, yeah, I get what you mean. It doesn't mean I didn't like it. It's a fucking whack story. I don't know who someone was fucking on meth.
I think it's very Stephen Moffat.
It is very Stephen Moffat.
I think you can tell that it's Moffat has
yeah,
that's like his era, you know.
Man, you're so right.
That's why I'm here.
You're the brains. I was literally watching a scene today, and I was like, for a second, I forgot I was watching Classic Who.
Well, that's what I love about it.
I swear.
It doesn't feel like classic old school. It's aged really well. It feels like a real nice story. I really love it. Like, this is up there.
I did really like it. Yeah.
I watched it for the first time about 2 months ago, because like I said, this set's really new.
Oh, shit.
I haven't even finished watching this set before.
Okay.
I'd heard a lot of hype for it, and I'd always been super excited for it. And I watched it, and I was like, "Damn, that's about as good as it gets, isn't it? That's solid."
Yeah, no, yeah, definitely.
I'm concerned though that you didn't love it.
Well, I just think last week's was just really special. I think I just think it took me by surprise, the plot, because I don't look at the plot, I don't research anything. That's why I was like so surprised to see Omega in the last part. Last episode we watched, because I had no idea he was in it. So when I go into these episodes, I don't know what to expect, and I think it just took me by surprise.
Fair.
Not in a bad way, it just took me by surprise, which I think for the first part, I think there's a lot of like loose threads, which of course is the first of 4 parts, but I was also just like, you know, where is this going? But once the whole Mona Lisa multiple painting things was such a cool idea, where he was like in different parts of, like, he'd been split in I think 12 different parts in different time streams. The cliffhangers were fucking great. Like,
they were really good.
Cool.
Hey, yeah,
they were really cool.
I think the second one's the best, but I can't remember what it was. Oh yeah,
is that for the bricks? Or?
No, the second one's the one when the Count turns up in the past. And it was so funny. Conor messaged me and was like, who's this guy at the end of part 2? And I was like, Conor, it's the fucking main villain that's been in the last 2 episodes.
Dude, it was like me, I said to you, it was like me watching fucking World Enough Time again and somehow not knowing that little cunt was like John Sim, you know, when he's dressed in disguise.
Yeah.
I don't know how, like, people, like, how do people fall for that shit? I literally fell for it. So when I saw this guy, when he had longer hair, I was like, is this some fucking old classic villain I don't know about? But I watched the third part the next day, so I didn't click the next episode, and then I definitely would have known if I'd watched the next scene.
Totally.
But I watched one episode one day, one episode the other day, and then I watched half of episode 3 yesterday, the rest today, and episode 4 today. So.
Cool.
So yeah, I didn't spread them out as much as I would have liked to, but yeah.
Yeah, I did them. I think Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Every morning I watched one.
We had more time to watch though, because we used to normally film on Monday, but it was Valentine's Day, so we went out with our women, our ladies.
Woman.
So yeah, we had longer to watch it, which I think is why I got a little bit lazy. I didn't watch it on the weekend, which is what I did with the Three Doctors.
Yeah.
So I'm still getting used to the 4 parts.
Yeah, that's fair.
Like, still getting
You're
used
like
to
going
it.
on to watch it in one sitting, and you're like, hold on, there's 4 parts, and you have to do it
pretty
over a long
much.
time.
It's interesting, the whole 4 part. Is it Survival 3 parts?
Yeah, Survival's
Yeah,
3 parts when
okay.
we get there.
Yeah.
So another thing that I thought would be interesting about getting you to watch this one is because it's, you know, last week we did the 3 Doctors, and you had Omega, who's a villain you'd heard so much about. You had 3 Doctors in there. You had the Brigadier in there. All the unit stuff. All this stuff that, as someone that's heard a lot about Classic Who, but never watched it, all that stuff was so satisfying for you to actually see. Whereas this episode is just Tom Baker, who I don't know, you might have heard of him. He's a little known doctor. Not many people know him.
Yeah.
And then Romana, who isn't the most popular companion in the world, but I assume you'd heard of her before.
Yeah, definitely. Totally. You told me she was a Time Lord. That took me by surprise. I had no idea about that.
Yeah.
There's one line in the episode where she's like 105 or something.
Yeah.
If I didn't know that you told me she was Time Lord, I would just assume she was just joking.
Yeah, fair.
Like saying she's just like 105 just for a fucking joke.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is what I mean by Classic Who is so different, and they just wouldn't do that in like New Who right now. Like even like last week, like I said about the Doctor being at unit for 3 seasons?
Yeah, 3 seasons. Yeah.
Like when the fuck would they do that? Like now, and then they wouldn't have like a time traveling Time Lord companion like that. That's what's really cool about it, is that it's different, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it interesting? Do you feel like you're kind of learning a part of history as you watch it?
Oh, 100%, yeah.
Because something that I love about watching Classic Who, watching the episodes is entertaining, sure, but the biggest thing I love is just learning about it. Like, it's just so interesting. I honestly, and I'm sure like thousands of people also feel the same way, but man, I'd love to just give me a job where I'm just a historian for Doctor Who. Like,
oh God, yeah.
I just love reading that shit. It's so interesting to me.
Yeah, it's also I feel like I learn something new about the show that I didn't know every time I watch a old episode. You know, like I feel like I learned something new that I didn't know. Yeah. Which is like odd when it's like finding out a fact about your family member or your girlfriend or your best friend, and you're like, how did I not know that? And I've known you for all these years.
Yeah, yeah.
It's kind of like that with Doctor Who. It's like hearing that stuff about like last week and this week. It's just hearing some things and finding out some things. You're like, I had no idea that even, you know,
totally,
that even existed in the lore. Yeah.
So let's the plot we kind of spoke about, it's all like timey-wimey a little bit, which I really love. I love the use of the Mona Lisa. If you're setting it in France,
really cool. Really cool.
Why not go for that as a big part of the plot? And I love how it just kind of felt like Doctor Who the movie in a way. Like obviously not, it doesn't feel like the TV movie, but like it feels, you know, it feels like a lot of effort has got into this serial.
Yeah.
All the location footage looks beautiful, even though the majority of it is just them just running.
Yeah.
The score I thought was great.
Oh, man, the score is so important in these episodes.
Yeah.
And it's even in episode 4, it's like there's some fucking saxophones going on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, ooh,
it's so good.
There's some fucking blues going on. I'm like, damn.
I also
sick.
I really like the villain work. The villain I thought was like really believable, and we'll get onto the performance down the line. But I just loved like everything about it. I just thought it felt so original in a time where, you know, 17 seasons into the classic run, how much originality can you keep churning out, you know? And it felt so original. There's also there's some model work in this episode with what's he called? Kerensky, is that his name? Mm-hmm. No, it's the Count. With the Count's ship.
Kerensky's, yeah.
When the Count's ship like flies up, one stunningly remastered, looks amazing on Blu-ray. I don't know how it looked on BritBox in standard definition.
Looked good.
But it looked awesome. All that opening landscape shot that like sweeps through.
Yeah, that opens
stunning.
And ends pretty much of it as well.
Yeah.
I noticed. Oh man, yeah, that stuff you can't let go unnoticed. I feel like the effort that was put in, all like just back in the day that they did that as well, is even more impressive. Yeah, you're right. All the spaceship work was just awesome. Mm-hmm.
So, what do you think of Tom Baker?
Yeah, so this is my first ever Tom Baker episode, well in full, obviously.
I've seen Day of the Doctor.
Oh yeah, I've seen Day of the Doctor. Right? Yeah, I've seen what's he called? The fucking the
curator.
Curator.
The great curator.
Yeah, the great curator. Yeah, yeah, great. They're all great. Like they're all so different. And again, I said this last week, and I think it's still a good point. All the New Who Doctors, like from Eccleston onwards, like Jodie, Matt, and David, they're pretty fucking similar.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you can definitely tell David definitely took inspiration from Tom Baker.
Yeah.
That was his Doctor, though, as well.
Exactly. I see a lot of Pete in him as well. Yeah, just the way he stern-faced does comedy.
Yeah.
Like his facial expression doesn't change.
Yeah.
Tom, so this is towards the end of Tom's run. Tom does season 12 to season 18.
Okay, so one more season left.
One more season, and the last season is when Tom kind of loses fucking marbles a little bit. And
the kettle.
And he's just throws the kettle. But he's just like his performance in season 18 is so much colder and like stone face and stuff.
Just didn't want to be there.
Just wasn't a fan. Just didn't want to be there.
What the fuck? So why did he sign on then? Was he just like contractually obliged to do it?
By this point, he's dating Lala Ward, who is Romana.
You're joking.
Mm-hmm.
The fuck? You kidding?
The City of Love, man. What can I tell you?
Yeah, it is. Are you serious? They're dating?
Yeah, I'm like 99% sure.
What the fuck? They started doinking? They met on Doctor Who?
I'm not sure. I think so. Yeah.
What?
So, like, obviously not watching season 17 until a few weeks ago when the set came. I always assumed that it was maybe a natural progression, and like season 16, maybe he's like a little sterner, season 17, he's a little sterner, and then season 18 is when he's super stern. But I was watching this episode, and he's having so much fun the entire episode. And he's so witty in it. The amount of lines that are just like go over your head, but if you're actually fucking listening to what he's saying, it's so funny.
Yeah.
It's the iconic gif of him going like that is in this episode, you know, the wave.
Yes.
Yeah,
he is really witty. It's
so funny.
The script he gave this week is funny. It's
Yeah.
like slapstick.
Yep.
It is very funny. Like, that's what I've taken away mostly from the episode so far. Is you're right. They're like slapstick, funny humor. And
Yeah.
I think Tom fits it perfectly. Again, just to have a different... Again, they're all different, which I really like. He seemed to be... Out of the 4 classic Doctors I've seen so far, he seems to me most similar to Patrick Troughton in the sense that they're both kind of like jokers and stuff.
Sure.
But also, like, come on, like, he's definitely the most, like, noticeable Doctor. Like, the costume alone is, like, just the hat and the scarf and the coat alone is, like, you know, iconic. It's, like, the most known Doctor. You could show a picture of him to someone and they know he would be the Doctor out of probably any other Doctor.
Yeah.
So,
that's even iconic.
Even the coat, like, I noticed maybe was inspired with Tennant to, like...
Yeah, maybe the long coat.
Because
Yeah.
I know that Capaldi took inspiration from John Pertwee's coat with the red lining and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So it wouldn't surprise me.
Maybe Jodie took inspo from Colin Baker with the bright
Yeah,
colours.
maybe everyone's favourite Doctor, Colin Baker, who we're sadly skipping on our classic rewatch.
We'll get there. Season 22, the Blu-ray's coming out soon, and we'll hit up, I think, a story.
Yeah, awesome.
Around when that comes out for you guys.
Yeah. But he is iconic. Also, I mentioned last week, John Pertwee is my dad's Doctor. Tom Baker's my mum's Doctor.
There you go.
So I feel like it's whenever you were born.
Yeah.
It's like whoever. Our first Doctor was Eccleston's, so you know. That's special to me.
You were talking about the humour in the script. A lot of that comes down to the script editor at the time.
You said was very important, all the script editors.
Yeah, so script editing and the producer basically work hand in hand to kind of show run the show back in those days.
Okay.
Script editor at the time was Douglas Adams. Do you know that name?
No.
He's a very famous screenwriter.
What?
He Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Does that ring a bell?
With Martin Freeman, yes.
He's not with Martin Freeman, but he's the author of the original one.
Okay.
The radio play, the radio comedy. So he's a very famous writer. And yeah, he did a season, I think just one season on Doctor Who. And so he was the script editor at the time for this. So his scripts in general are all very funny and very quirky, and some high concept sci-fi stuff, and all that stuff kind of, I think, seeps into this script in particular.
Yeah, totally.
Quite well, which is awesome. And we'll talk about the writer David Agnew. In behind the scenes, we will.
Okay, I wonder what I'm sure you know about this. Like, So is this the first time Doctor Who has done something this big in the sense that like it gone to someone like France? Like that would have been would have been a big deal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was the first time they've ever done location filming overseas.
See, that's pretty cool as well.
Yeah,
like I had a feeling like that's why you want to show me it.
Yeah.
That. Also, I thought maybe a reason why I wanted to show me it was because they have some time loops as well. I'm like, am I watching Eve of the Daleks right now? I don't know if you picked up on that. There's some time loops. That wasn't intentional.
No, it wasn't.
Okay. Well, I was like, has he picked this because of the time loops?
I actually just picked it because I thought it was a story that's very similar to New Who, and is a lot of fun. And the location shooting makes it really special, I think.
Oh, also, is it Romana?
Yeah, let's talk about Romana. This is Romana 2. So
Romana 2.
She's regenerated. This is the second regeneration.
What the fuck? Wait, so do you see her? You see her first?
You see her first version. And then I believe the actress didn't sign her contract and come back. So they did, I think, an off-screen regeneration of her.
This is just shit that, like, again, that's shit that just, like, you just wouldn't see fucking fly these days.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
Exactly.
Yeah, I thought she was really cool. I like her hat, which, like, sticks at the back of her head the whole time.
Yeah, it's just hovering.
On.
It's just,
how does it stay on?
There. I don't know, man.
How does it stay on? I loved it, but I hated it because
Time Lord technology,
it bugged me all the time, which was like it was just stuck there. But is she dressed as like a schoolgirl?
Yeah, it's
yeah. So
I was watching the Behind the Sofas on the Blu-rays. They have like a bunch of all the
they meet up
actors
again and watch it.
And yeah, they watched all the episodes.
That's pretty cool.
And I think the costume designer's on this season, and she's there with a couple of the actors. I can't remember what actors are there, but they're like, yeah. Why is she dressed as a schoolgirl? And she's like...
She literally is.
I don't know.
She literally is, yeah. I was like, am I missing something here? Wow.
Yeah. Bit of kink.
Yeah.
Bit of kink.
Yeah, look. It's just... Yeah. I gotta choose my words carefully. I hate when you have to edit stuff out. I'll say things the wrong way. But what I was trying to say is I feel like fucking it's just women getting sexualized on TV. It's just what happened, you know? And
yeah, maybe.
Only pick up on it now, I guess. But... yeah. You have to explain like there's a man in a cafe drawing Romana. Am I saying that correctly?
Yes.
And it's a fucking watch, and I was like, what the fuck? It's like a broken time watch.
Yeah, it's a clock.
Why?
So, for one, okay. Before we get to that,
okay,
I just want to say I also love Lala Waters Romana too. I think she's great and one of my favorite companions.
I think she is really good.
Just wanted to throw that in there. Yeah. So, Tom says he's drawing a portrait of you. And so she's drawing the portrait. And then when they look at it, they're like, oh, it's a portrait of a time lady. So it's her and her face is a clock. This is a time lady.
Oh, a time lady.
It's kind of a meme. But also the fact that the clock face is cracked is like something's wrong with time. Like all that stuff.
Okay. I thought I'd missed something.
No, it's just silly. It's just Douglas Adams being silly.
Okay.
The director of this serial is Michael Hayes, who also directed The Androids of Tara, The Armageddon Factor, and yes, The City of Death. I haven't seen those other two serials, so can't really comment on those ones.
Sometimes I picked up on... I don't know if this is true. You might not even know, but sometimes I picked up on... Would they sometimes just start filming in like public places? And
I think so. Yeah, that's what I thought.
So I saw a woman talking on a train once. It just looked like she was just chatting to her mate.
Yeah.
Like there's a shot of like Ramon and the doctor walking away, and then just literally a woman like just talking to her mate. I'm like,
and
is this stage direction, or like is she just having a fucking chin wag to her mate? Like,
no, you can see every now and then people spiking the lens, looking into the camera here and there. Like, what the fuck are they doing? Especially when they're like running through oncoming traffic and stuff like that. That stuff's all pretty damn funny. I'm just gonna close my computer for a bit just because I'm running low on charge.
That's fine. I wonder, like, I always wonder about release forms and stuff like that. Like, if someone goes off on a train, how the fuck are you gonna find them again?
I think it was a little bit more loosey-goosey back.
Yeah, probably
back
was.
Then, probably.
Yeah, but that's still fun. But I had a feeling like they probably couldn't afford to fucking shut down a train station just to film.
No way.
Like,
yeah, none
so
of this.
they would have just fucking set up the cameras and been like, all right, go and take a...
Just a few crew went out on a lovely adventure, I think.
Yeah.
Was it?
Yeah. But some really fun shots. I think they used the whole Paris thing really, really cool.
There's a really good...
Bit of froth.
On the beer.
I'm so hungover today. I was going to drink today but on the show, but I was like, Christ. Felt like shit. I literally, on like getting driven to work today.
Yeah.
I'll give you a car update after this. But I was obviously getting driven to work. Tuning into last week's episode to find out why I don't have my car. But I was like, fuck, I'm going to be sick, hey?
Yeah.
I was fine, rough. But it's not very French of me. I was going to bring in some wine. because they drink wine in the episode.
Yeah, they do.
Drink wine quite a few times in the episode. So I was like, maybe I'll bring in some wine, but classic me, unprepared and hungover. But I do love that. Like, wine's pretty common in Doctor Who. Like, Matt Smith drank it on the beach.
Notoriously hates it.
He notoriously hates it. David Tennant used it to destroy the clockwork.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Yeah,
wine. Sorry, go on.
I was going to say, lots of characters in this story.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. You were talking about location footage. There's one shot that I really like, and they just start it with a shot of a postcard stand, and someone takes a card out of it, and then you can see through the postcard stand, and the Doctor and Romana are running. I thought that was a really cool shot. Yeah, lots of characters. So we discussed the Doctor and Romana. Duggan, I think, is so funny.
That's hilarious, yeah.
Duggan's so good. And I love how, like, the whole serial, it's kind of waiting for, pardon the pun, the punchline.
Yeah.
Like, he's always punching people, and they're like, Duggan, stop doing it. Yeah. And then when it matters, they're like, okay, Duggan, we need you. And it, like, pans, and Duggan's ready, and then smashes through the door.
Yeah.
I think it's so funny and so clever.
Yeah.
I do think Duggan punching the count at the end, and that's the reason how they survive, was a little bit of a weak ending. I thought it maybe concluded a little
just
easier.
Goes flying into the sludge.
Yeah, he's just like, ugh.
Yeah.
But that's fine.
The man just loves to punch.
The man loves to punch. What do you think of Duggan? Because I just thought he was funny.
He had a really cool introduction where, like, he thought the Doctor and Romana were, like, up to no good, and then they also thought he was up to no good, and it turned out that they were both both fighting for good, and then the actual bad guys came in with their guns, which I thought was also a really good way to end the first part, but was a fun plot twist.
It was.
Even heading up to that scene was really cool with the bracelet, where Tom Baker does that, like, clearly dramatic, like, fall, and then happens to, like, grab the bracelet off. Like, it's a really good.
That was good.
Really good start. No, it was really good. So he hasn't been in any other episodes before?
No, this is his only appearance.
Yeah, because I don't know. Sometimes when I see a character, I'm like, have they been in another episode? Maybe. Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, but he was really funny. He just gets locked up and, like, yeah, he's always, like, fucking throwing, like, shit at people. Oh, it made me laugh so much where he's like, it's like, when will you see the light? And he's like, right now. And
I was literally just about to say this. Yeah. He has the best line in the episode, which is Count going, would someone care to shine a light on this? And he goes, I can, and throws a light at the
fucking lantern, just knocks him out.
Dude, it's so funny. Gorgeous location footage of, like, him on the Eiffel Tower at the end, and of the Doctor and Romana at the start on there. That stuff, I couldn't believe they shot on the Eiffel Tower. Like, I'd imagine they'd shoot around it. Didn't think they'd actually shoot on it.
After the Iron Lady, man. Gotta hit it.
That's it.
Yeah, no, you're right about the whole location work thing. Was stunning. Was really fun to see.
Okay, what did you think of the Countess? The chicky friend of the Count, the lady friend.
She gets fucking killed by a bracelet at the end.
No comment.
Why?
I don't remember.
Really?
I watched it today, but I don't remember.
Fuck, you got a brain like a sieve.
Does she get killed by a bracelet? I don't think she dies, does she? Does she die?
Yeah.
She.
Yeah.
Shivers. I liked how, and this is again another kind of like New Who thing. She's with. Do you remember how Harold Saxon dies? Lucy Saxon turns on him with a gun.
Which one? Oh yeah, okay. There's a few.
And shoots him.
Yeah.
And that felt very similar to this, where, you know, the Count walks in and she's there with a gun after the Doctor's planted that seed in her head.
Yes. That's when she dies, because it's like
he zaps
with
her.
The bracelet. Because he said throughout the episode, it's like, always keep this on. She's like, I will.
Yeah.
And in the end, it was to her detriment.
Did you like her? I thought she was a fun.
Yeah,
fun
I think
character.
a bit thrown in the background and was kind of like written to be a ditz. Like, well, I don't know what's going on. Smoked a lot. She had one of those like massive, like those old time like cigarette things where like I think it's like equivalent of a roach clip, which is like the little roach clip thing.
No idea.
Okay, I think it's the equivalent of a roach clip. Someone will understand what I'm saying. Yeah, no, fine. I love how some people had French accents and some were just clearly British.
Yeah, so let's talk about. I would get his name up, but yeah, I'm just preserving some battery on my computer for
the
later.
Fucking scientist.
Yeah, the French scientist.
So fucking funny. It's like it's so like OTT, and I kind of love it.
I know, same.
Bro, I laughed so hard at his fucking death scene. So fucking funny. I like Snapchatted it.
No, don't press that button.
Not that button. Actually, actually, to be fair, like it's the job they do where he's aging
looks good. Yeah.
It does. I reckon that would have scared the wits out of people seeing it.
Yeah, I think all the visual and practical effects and stuff.
Oh, even like the mark pull off the.
Yeah, that looked great.
It clearly cuts like to like a fucking like a
mask version of his face.
Yeah.
But then the actual
great
alien
reveal.
cosmetic, I think, was a great design. Looked great with the suit.
Yeah, great design. Yeah.
And it sounded great. What did you think of the Count, the main villain?
So it was to have a sip of water, stay hydrated.
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was a really good character actually, and a really cool twist. The whole like split between time thing. That part with Leonardo at the end when the Doctor goes to at the end of part 2, I think.
Yeah, at the end of part 2, beautiful score when he pulls up and it's like da na na na.
Yeah, part 2. Yeah, that is such an awesome cliffhanger. And once I found out it was the Count, I was like, that's sick. Yeah, and the whole idea of like the whole 7 different painting things.
Mm-hmm. 7 Mona Lisas.
Kind of cool.
Yeah,
I like it.
I love the recurring joke of she doesn't have any eyebrows, and then whenever the Doctor, when the Doctor rocks up at Leonardo's house, he was like, "Oh,
remember Mona Lisa?
The girl with no eyebrows," and now he's like jumping on the joke of it as well.
Yeah,
it's so funny. It's clever.
Yeah, I did think Leonardo was gonna rock up, but he didn't.
No, he didn't.
But I thought it was a really cool twist. Yeah, he's a cool character, and you're right. The whole suit with the green skin thing was fucking cool. Yeah,
awesome design. I really liked it.
Yeah, really cool idea actually.
Yeah,
it was a really creative story.
I agree.
Just like last week, really creative story.
I think he was a great antagonist. I think the actor, I think his name was Julian something. I'll look it up later. I think he did a nice, wasn't an over the top pantomime performance like you get out of a lot of villains in Who, like Omega last week being like no, like he was very much just like a believable villain that I was invested in. I also to an extent sympathize and believe why he's doing what he's doing. You know, he's the last of his kind. He wants
either Romana does at the end.
Yeah, exactly. You can kind of understand why he's doing it. It's not the right thing to do, but you understand why he's got to that point.
And even the Doctor can sympathise. Like, well, not yet in the story, but he will. One day with his own kind.
There you go.
So, that whole thing was really cool, and the whole device thing was really interesting. Actually,
yeah.
I like the whole. It was intriguing to see what it was going to be used for.
I think the plot was very clever in terms of selling the Mona Lisas to make money, and how they needed one. They needed the one to be out of the Louvre so that everyone would pay more money for the other 7 of them because they'll all think they only have the only one, and they're not going to tell everyone that.
And who wouldn't? Yeah, exactly, because you wouldn't say you had it.
But then at the end they throw in a thing that they're using the Mona Lisas to power the time travel or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
That confused me a bit, but
got a bit confused at the end. I'm not gonna lie about a few things, but the fuck, I thought I was going to say. Yeah, that's great.
Connor's confused.
But
Connor's lost.
Yeah, something about the Mona Lisa.
Connor Hannum has left the library. Connor Hannum has been saved.
Yeah. Oh fuck. Either way, the whole Mona Lisa thing was really cool. I think, and you're right. Oh, that was it. Who knew that the classic Who predicted? Because Romana's why would someone have the Mona Lisa if they can't tell anybody? And it's our collectors just want that. That's literally what happened with fucking Doctor Who old reels.
Yeah, that's true.
Who knew that classic Who predicted its own detriment?
Who knows? They might have 6 copies of the Mona Lisa somewhere. We wouldn't know.
That's something that I know. Obviously, you couldn't fucking tell Leonardo to make several copies, but that's something that would happen. And fake paintings is a big thing. I know that sometimes they've been busted for showing fakes.
Yeah. Shit.
I don't even know. How would you tell if it's the real Mona Lisa? You just
them art kids. They know. Don't judge them. They know.
I'm judging hard.
They know their stuff. Not
the first painting story either with Vincent the Doctor.
Yeah.
So what was the fucking what was the whole thing about so he was convincing the scientists that it was going to be for population to
feed the growing population. Yeah. Because they were like growing chickens, weren't they? They were making big chickens.
Yeah, chicken went from an egg to like a chick to a fucking
big dog chicken,
and then it went to fucking bones, and then it reversed.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Because they were going to feed the world with big chickens.
As a fucking newly converted vegetarian, I find that really offensive.
You're actually a vegetarian.
Yeah. By the way, I'm joking.
Oh.
No, I'm not joking about being vegetarian. I'm joking about it being offensive.
Wow.
If you want to eat me, you can go ahead. Yeah, I've been vegetarian for like 11 days now.
Damn.
I just decided one day I just wanted to fucking stop. I just wasn't enjoying it, and I just feel really sorry for the animals, and I love animals, so I was like, fuck it. Honestly, I've barely noticed so far. Oh no, sorry, I get told off for saying vegetarian. I'm a pescatarian because I love tuna.
You eat. Well, see, tuna. I'm the opposite. I don't eat fish.
God, I fucking hate salmon. I can sometimes have prawns, but I fucking hate pretty much all fish except for like tuna.
See, I love fish, but
like
I just cut it out. Yeah.
Snapper's tasty.
I cut it out a year ago, and
yeah,
I think I had it at Christmas. I had some prawns,
surf and turf,
but that was it.
Yeah, but to be fair, like, you know, people have clearly already said, if you care about animals, why are you eating fish? And that's a very good point. You're not wrong, but I'm eating like 2 different kinds of fish, and that's it. And compared to other people eating multiple animals, I'm only eating a few.
I definitely think it's good to cut back on how much meat you consume. I think it's it's proven that it's good for the body to not just have meat in your meals every night, you know, to have meals that have other things in them that aren't meat, you know.
Yeah. It's really not that different. Like, I like my Thai food a lot, and like I went to my favorite restaurant, and I just got noodles with just with vegetables and no meat, and it was really good. I barely noticed. I really barely noticed. And I've noticed as well, tuna fillets taste like fucking like turkey. Like, it's very similar.
Yeah.
It's not been difficult so far. But my mum's been vegetarian for like 5 years. And when she said she was going veggie, I fucking was like, that's the dumbest idea I've ever heard of. And then one day I was like, I really just think I just want to do it. Because I don't like the way they're treated. Like, we're having like a massive meat shortage in Perth right now. It just kind of breaks my heart that all these chickens are just getting fucking breeded just to be slaughtered so people can have their food.
Yeah.
And I couldn't help but keep feeling like when I was enjoying a fucking meal, I was like, an animal literally went through so much pain right now just for me to have this. So I was like, fuck it, I'm just going to stop.
Yeah.
And it's literally not been that difficult at all.
No, fair.
It's been fine. I'm not going to preach it though. I thought I'd mention it once and then probably never mention it again for a while.
Well, now you've taken up an hour of the podcast.
Go vegetarian, you scum.
No, you scum.
You can look. You can fucking do what you like. I'm not going to be a preach. My mum said, if you are going to go, don't be one of those preachy. There's that joke. It's like you'll trust me. Be able to tell if someone's vegetarian because they'll tell you.
Yeah, the classic. I
love stitching people
Bazinga.
up like that. I'm like, we're vegetarian, you know.
What did you think of the sets? Because I thought the period sets were beautiful. I thought they were great sets.
I gotta leave it for Goof for the week because I finally have one, but obviously they're going to be a little bit flimsy, but I really like them. Yeah, I wonder how much. I wonder if all like the stuff in the cellar and then the stuff in his mansion were shot in the UK just due to like money and stuff.
Yeah, anything inside would be shot in the UK. Yeah, all that studio stuff.
It's funny because I'm watching a show of Kim right now called Benidorm. It's like a British sitcom.
Yeah, I've heard of that.
And I think it's all shot in Spain. But I sometimes like to play the game like I do like something like this. So I'm like, I wonder what stuff was maybe shot in the UK just for like budget wise.
Totally.
I don't think a lot because actually it's all shot in Spain. But I like playing that game when watching TV shows. And yeah, I wondered that about this. So I was like, yeah, I wonder if like they just did a couple of. Yeah, I wonder how long they filmed in like France for.
I reckon it would have just been a couple of days because it's just all the outside stuff where they're like running around and things like that.
Yeah, so you reckon all like the museum stuff wasn't?
No, that would have just been a set. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that stuff.
Yeah,
because that wasn't actually the Louvre. Like, because I've been to the Louvre. I've seen the Mona Lisa myself.
Yeah, so when you saw it, I was thinking this like.
It didn't say this is a fake.
No, did you shine a light under it?
Yeah, I put a UV torch on it and was like, nah, it's right.
It's right. It was like a massive crowd of people around it. Like, I feel like you wouldn't be able to get a good look at it.
Yeah, you definitely can't. Just physically, because there's barricades, you can't get as close as they get in that. And the geography of the room is also slightly different than that. But no, it looked pretty close to it though.
I'm always like, they gotta have like a massive glassing around it. Hey, or someone like chucks a coffee at it or something.
Yeah, there's like a big glass.
Yeah, that would be fucking like, that would be like bulletproof, probably.
Yeah, it's crazy that stuff. Like I've been into the Sistine Chapel.
You've seen the Scream.
Michelangelo's big painting on the roof thing.
The touch with the fingers, like that.
Yeah, that's part of that, isn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think there's lots of that stuff. Yeah, that's the big painting from
that would have
Michelangelo.
been crazy to see.
Yeah, it was crazy. You couldn't take photos in there.
Really?
No. And
did someone get busted doing it?
The Mona Lisa. You can't take photos of the Mona Lisa.
I was gonna say, can you take a picture of it? It's probably people get busted all the time. Like,
I think I took a Snapchat from like miles away and zoomed in on it. You probably find
I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah. But
the Mona Lisa.
The Sistine Chapel. They also said you can't talk in there. You got to be dead quiet.
What?
So we like walked in and we were just sort of standing. This if you're very if you get offended by this is just silly. It's just a meme. I farted when I was in there.
You're joking.
And I was like, Phew. It was a very silent fart.
You're joking. Why the fuck would you do that?
But I just like, it's like dead silent. And I just like whispered to my mate and was like, I fucking farted.
You're joking. Are you serious?
No. Yes, I am serious.
How would you know it was going to be silent?
I didn't.
That's fucking crazy.
Well, there is like a couple of people that were talking that they weren't supposed to.
Me.
But it's a big room with heaps of people in there.
Why can't you fucking talk?
I don't know. But they were saying as well, because everyone's breathing and talking in there, it's slowly like deteriorating the ceiling or something. I don't fucking know, man.
That happens. People
I don't know.
talking deteriorates a fucking ceiling.
I don't fucking know. I just did what I was told, alright? They didn't say I couldn't fart. That was fine.
Do you see the Scream?
I don't think that's there.
Okay. That's fucking, that though creeps me out. That's I reckon what the science were based off.
Yeah, it is. They've said that.
Oh.
Yeah. Inventive, Conor.
Well done, Stephen.
Fucking good one, Steve. Anything else of note to talk about with this story? I think we covered most things.
Yeah, I actually think it was really fun. The ending was really cool. Just a fucking, I had a fucking chuckle to myself. I was like, they run the tires as the ship's going up, and I'm like, what if they fucking just got on the tires and flew away, and the ship just like didn't blow up, and they just stayed there.
How good's the last shot? It just like tilts of them like walking.
Yeah, it's
along
really
that
cool.
big green. The only thing that would have been the icing of the cake is if it like tilted up to like the TARDIS prop there. But I assume they didn't take the TARDIS prop with them over to. Oh my god! I forgot something.
What?
Exquisite.
What?
John Cleese was in the episode.
I thought I noticed him.
It's fucking John Cleese.
Yeah, I thought I noticed him. Hey,
they're like famous British comedian actor.
He's only like a short little scene, isn't he?
Yeah, and I believe the chick that he's with is also like not as big as John Cleese, but she's like a famous British actor.
Yeah, I noticed that. I was like, the fuck? Yeah, I thought it was him.
That's so good.
Was that just like?
And he's just like.
Is that before he like was famous?
No, I think this is like during that period.
He's like, yeah, I'll do Doctor Who.
Yeah, like it's so funny. He's literally just like.
That's a great cameo.
Yeah, and it's such a good meme. They're like talking about it. How good it is, and then they run in. TARDIS dematerializes, and they're just like.
One day you'll let me do a fucking cameo on your films.
Sure.
I'd be great. I'm a great one.
No, because I always have to force myself into them.
Yeah, right. What are you fucking Taika Waititi right now?
That's it. No, I don't like to give myself speaking roles. I did in.
You did in
film school. Yeah, we don't talk about that. In both those two, I did.
You'll be proud of where you fucking came from.
Yeah, that's all right. First one's all right. Force is shit. That one.
I never saw that.
Don't. It's on YouTube. But
is it?
Yeah, don't. It's shit.
Okay.
And then my documentary obviously has me in it, in a leading way.
Yeah, I didn't watch that either. Sorry.
Oh well, that's.
I'm sorry.
I actually quite like that one. It's not great.
Over here.
Yeah, that's it. I hadn't even seen Louis at the time. And then in Choices, which you haven't seen, I'm a soldier. I literally sprint across the scene in like the first.
Did you go tan hut?
No, I didn't say anything. Me and the sound guy just wear like these big thick vests and have like big guns, and we just like sprint through an alleyway.
Okay.
Very quickly. And then in Let Me Be, which no one's seen yet, I am a bartender. Yeah, and actually there is. It's not a shot of me, but it's a two shot of me and a woman at the bar talking.
If you said to me, Conor, you'd have to get up at you'd have to go from 12 to 2 to be in one little bar scene.
One little nugget.
I'd do it.
Okay, well, yeah.
I actually would.
I did put a call out on social media
Did
because we needed extras in the bar.
Yeah, but also like
There's the excuses.
No.
Here he goes.
This is actually a nice thing that I'm about to say.
Okay, alright, yeah.
I would never want you to feel fucking obliged to say yes. I feel like if I asked you...
No?
I kind of just did, actually. That's kind of contradicting what I just said. I feel like if I asked you... No, like it's like if I auditioned for a role like that, I kind of feel like that's just like a bit fucking shit.
Yeah, sure. I get what you mean.
Because like it puts you in an awkward position if it just didn't work out.
Yeah.
It's
Okay. Well, I'll keep
position.
that in mind next time we're
that'd be a
we're
speaking
meeting.
role if you wanted someone just like to hand a drink.
Yeah.
Like do it again. I'm like that was perfect.
That was perfect. Don't
this guy knows what the fuck he's talking
Fuck you.
about. I'm leaving. I'm just gonna make a huge scene in my non-speaking role. Where's my fucking Oscar?
Who are we gonna get in now?
Where's my Oscar, bro? Like, come on. I would make a short cameo. I think that'd be really fun. I'm
Okay. Noted.
I'm waiting. I've always wanted to do something like that. I just thought it'd be funny.
Yeah.
Like that's what mates are for. What the fuck?
Yeah.
Can't even ask me yet.
I'm fucking out.
Nah, I didn't want to put you in a It must be hard for you having friends who audition for stuff and then you have to say, I'm sorry, that you just didn't fit. It's just not what I'm looking for.
Yeah.
Does that put you in an awkward spot?
So far, all of the people that I have... last two short films. Choices was a clean slate. I didn't have any actors referred in for that one. But I became very good friends with the two leads that I found from that, and I used them in a music video after.
Yeah.
But then I didn't use them in Let Me Be because the girl needed to be able to sing and play guitar, which the Choices actress, she could play guitar but not sing. I thought it was going to be the other way around. But in the end, actually, the girl that we got for one of the leads in Let Me Be, she could sing, but we had to teach her how to play guitar for the thing. Same with the guy that plays the bass in the film is actually a drummer. He's not played bass.
Yeah, anytime like that.
So that stuff's interesting. So with Let Me Be, there was one guy that I wanted to audition for it because I'd worked as an AD on another film set that he was on, and I thought it was brilliant. So I was like, yeah, if you can, come in and audition. And, I don't want to say everyone was like really bad and everything, but
well, it just didn't fit.
Yeah, everyone that we'd had a long day of auditions from like 8 until I think Dana, the guy that became the lead actor, came in at 4, and we had a long day and like nothing was right, nothing felt right, and we were like, Jesus Christ, I sure hope bloody Danon gets it good when he comes in, and he like instantly nailed it, and we were like, okay, perfect, like
okay, that's
it done. So I've not. That will be awkward if I ever like put someone forward for a role and then I'm like, oh, you're actually not. Actually, don't want you for it.
I'm sure people are. I've heard. Actors. I feel like actors must not have issues of like asking girls out because they must be so used to rejection. Like, they mustn't fear that. I used to fear it all the time. I was like, fuck. What if everyone's like, the worst you can say is no. It's like, yeah, that fucking hurts. Imagine it being like your passion and then being told like, I'm sorry, you just didn't fit the criteria, I guess. Like, that must hurt.
That is rough.
But people must get used to it. By the way, I played percussion for 4 years. Did I get a call? No, I fucking didn't. Was it a speaking role? Was he an actor in it?
He is.
Well, that would have been different.
Well, to be fair, the drummer that we got, he's never acted before.
I have.
But, to be fair, he came in just on a whim. He was our main lead sound guy who like wrote a song for the film, for the band to play. He just like works in a studio where there's this band record, and he was like, yeah, I'm gonna just put it out to them. If they want to come in and audition, they can. And I was like, sure. And so 2 of them auditioned. One of them didn't get the part. But then, this guy Rowan, who plays the drummer, just walked in, and he literally, first things first, we were in the middle of another audition, and he just basically like kicked down the door and walked in, and then saw everyone was there, and then was like, fuck, and like walked back out because he knew we were auditioning someone else at the time. Well, he's meant to be like a real Aussie bloke.
So he was in Canada.
Hella like comedic, like doesn't give a fuck, there for the bants. Loves a good beer kind of Aussie bloke, right?
This is like, sounds just like me.
And like he came in and did the audition, and like just reading the lines without me giving direction, because usually what I like to do is like we just get them to do a read, see how they interpret it, and then I give them direction. and then you can see how they adapt to direction. So even if they don't get it right, if you can see that they're listening to what you're giving them, then that shows they're a really good actor. So even without me giving him direction, he was just like right on track. Like he was so good. But also he's such a good drummer. Like we see the other guys playing and singing, and they're all really good and stuff, and you believe it. But you see Rowan on the drums, and it's like this guy's a fucking drummer. Like you just know it. And he brought so many little things to it. Like he played barefoot. We were doing like costume with them and stuff, and we were like looking at all these different shoes he could be wearing. And then I was like, what type of shoes do you usually wear when you perform? And he's like, I just go barefoot because I can like slide across the pedals easier and stuff. And he's like, I know it's kind of gross and no one else really does that. And I was like, I love it. That's what we're doing.
I know a few musicians who perform barefoot.
Yeah, okay, cool.
It's freeing, I've heard.
Freeing.
I've heard it's freeing. I used to like, when I had to kind of stop playing drums because I got so nervous that when I get nervous, my feet shake, and you could hear dun 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 dun, because I just used to fucking shit myself before I performed, not literally, but again, I remember when you. Oh god!
Sorry, I think I've just.
Fuck! I love that show so much, dude. Fuck me! I love that show. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I heard because when I saw you asking for musicians, again, I just feel like it would just put you in a shitty position. I don't want to be that guy who's like, and Aidan didn't say yes.
This fucking guy.
I'm a good friend. Okay.
Yeah. Oh, thanks, Conor.
I would, but seriously, it literally could just be a little fucking thing. If you, again, I'm not trying to make you. Say
no,
yes,
I genuinely will note it.
But if you actually want, it'd probably like if you did something small, it'd be like one night, wouldn't it?
Yeah. If it is just like
I would for bands just do it for one night.
Just a bit bands.
Me rock up the premiere, like, all right, if you see me in it, I'll take fucking signatures
like,
at the end.
Lead actors are like there doing their photos and stuff, and
I'm
then
like,
you're like push them aside.
Hi,
Steps in.
non-speaking role. Big movie star though. How did I get into it? Oh, I've known Aidan for years. He asked me personally. Yeah, he asked me personally to be in it. I still had to check my schedule because I've got so much shit going on.
Shut the fuck up.
I think that'd be fun. Again, don't feel like you have to do it, but
no, totally. I think getting people on for small parts where it's needed is fun.
Well, no, I'm not doing it. Lead role, baby. Could you imagine if I rocked up to a fucking audition? Hi! Could you take me seriously? I'm like, you'd be ready to fucking have your socks blown off. There's got to be a character that I would suit. It's like in our old high school play, our characters weren't even in the play. And our teacher literally just wrote like sexist versions of ourselves.
So ourselves.
Yeah. Even more sexist versions.
I'm kidding.
Jokes.
We love women. We love the women.
All
right, let's do it then. Time for Australia's favourite segment. The segment where we like to talk about the silly things, the production errors. We don't like to go too in detail on Classic Coup because obviously there's like a lot. It's kind of not fair because of their production values at the time. Also, you missed it earlier. I was trying to point, but there was a beautiful sunset reflected in our image. So rewind like 10 minutes and you see it.
Oh, my knees.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Fucking Australian sunset.
Mate, there's nothing better.
Perth? No, WA is the only place in Australia where the sun sets over the ocean.
And it looks pretty, isn't it? Looks very good. Go for the week. Fuck. I do this every time. I press the wrong fucking button. Go for the week. Alright, Conor. I feel like we might have the same goof. And I don't know why I think that. Shall we say it at the same time?
Okay.
3, 2, 1. The
Brick
wall
wall.
wobbled when they break through.
Oh my god! We did it! We did it!
It's like Duggan breaks through the wall and the whole wall fucking just wobbles.
I swear on my fucking mum's life, we did not discuss that before.
I don't know why I knew as well. I just had a weird feeling.
I had another one, but I can't remember it. But yeah, it's the wall. As someone who's not walls out, that doesn't happen.
Yeah. So anyone that doesn't know the scene where they go and find the Mona Lisas and they break in through the wall and they knock out a few big bricks, which one just fall like foam bricks.
They literally do.
And two, the whole wall then just like shakes as they hit it.
Bro, I can tell you again, there's no fucking way you could just smash a brick out with pure strength. You literally hurt yourself so badly. I love it. That's funny. I can't believe we did that.
Was that your only goof?
I had another one. It was straight after, and I can't remember it though. So I think. Oh no, I can't remember.
All right, let's move on to Australia's second favourite segment then, which is a segment where we like to talk about the ins and outs of the production, little bits of trivia here and there. It's time for Behind the Scenes. I've been very selective of what I'm doing on Behind the Scenes at the moment because Classic Who, there is so much information out there. I don't just want to read all that shit.
Why is
so
that, do you think? Just because it's old?
Yeah, just it's old and it's all been there. And there's been so many documentaries made about each episode. So many DVD and video and now Blu-ray releases. And books. So many books about it. Doctor Who magazine always writes shit about it. You
Target
know?
novels.
That's it, man.
Really?
That's it.
There's a Target novel, of it? A Target novel?
There's Target novels of every Classic Who story, I think.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
They ran out and that's why they stopped.
Okay.
And now they're doing New Who ones.
Okay.
So, like you said, this is the first time the show filmed location footage in a foreign country.
This
so
is the first time for me in France.
It's the first time. Oh, shut up. This script was credited to David Agnew, a department pseudonym.
May he rest in peace.
Listen to me, motherfucker. I am No. Here's the timey-wimey thing.
Okay.
He never existed.
Fuck off, he did.
No, so David Agnew is the department pseudonym used when members of the production team had to write the script rather than the contacted screenwriter.
A ghost writer.
No, so basically, the original story was called A Gamble with Time and was written by David Fisher. Now, the story changed so much once the script editor got it. Like, the script editor, Douglas Adams, along with a couple of other people, rewrote the script so much that it couldn't be credited back to David Fisher anymore. And so instead they used David Agnew. That's also been used in the past. I think they said on the Invasion in Time. Yeah, so David Agnew is the pseudonym when they're not crediting an actual writer. It's just like random shit. I don't know why.
That is weird.
It's fucking whack, man. This fact I thought was interesting. There was a bit of a strike going on at the time, which apparently... No. I think just like in the world, more people were at home or something, which maybe explains this a little bit. 16.1 million views on part 4.
Fucking hell.
Mm-hmm.
That's so much.
That's a lot of people.
Jesus Christ.
A lot of people. And this is a little interesting nugget that I thought was very cool.
Little nug.
So the Doctor writes his note to Leonardo da Vinci using backwards letters, then reads the letters in a mirror with them facing the right way.
I wonder why I did that, yeah.
Da Vinci used this method of mirror writing in his journals so others could not read his words.
Wow.
That's such like they didn't draw attention to it or anything.
I wonder why I'd done that.
I didn't even pick up on it. I just read it.
Wow, okay.
Yeah.
That's like, they've done that in Doctor Who before where they did the whole, I think I found so fucking interesting. It's such a cool fact to just randomly put out the air. Is the whole Trap Street thing. When people who made maps, they would have a street that was fake. They like name it after their daughter or son or something. And that's how they would know if someone stole their work. Because then people would copy it and you'd be like, hang on a minute.
Yeah.
How fucking cool is that? And they do that in Doctor Who, the Trap Street.
I love little nuggets of information like that.
Fucking sick. I really thought that was cool.
All right.
Makes me smile.
Yeah, that's everything for Behind the Scenes this week. There's so much more out there if you want to read up on it. It's all super interesting. Now we're going to move on to Australia's third favourite segment. Nothing over on Twitter this week. But we're going to talk to you guys...
Well, that's good.
...about what Connor's found over on the Instagram, over on the socials, what you guys thought of... What's this episode
City
called?
Of Death.
What you guys thought of City of Death.
Watch it today.
I'm all over the place, man. It's time for just Insta Tings.
Hey. I've heard this thing is called Gold Rush.
Shh, don't read that. It's fine.
Why?
You're not meant to read that.
Why?
This is my place.
Right.
This is my box.
Right.
Where I read.
Your big blue box.
My big blue box podcast.
Okay.
Go over listen.
Very,
Great
very,
podcast.
very normal of you.
Shut up, you Wally. All right, what's happening over on Instagram? What are people saying about City of Death?
I put out a poll only 3 hours ago because I fucking forgot, as per usual.
Don't worry, I didn't post.
Huh?
I didn't post asking for reviews this week. I forgot.
You fucking suck on Twitter now. Wow, you
God!
You fell off.
Well, it's been quiet. It's been quiet over there on Twitter.
Yeah. Also, these fucking episodes when the fucking dinosaurs are around, so people probably don't really listen to them. Well, apparently people do, because I put up, do you like City of Death? 75% of people said yes, and 2 people said no. I don't like it. Oh my god, I got quite a few responses. I said thoughts on City of Death. Who knew it could get worse?
Excuse me?
That's a fucking go from fucking Mitchell. He's a cunt.
Ah.
Dylan says it's great. One of my favorites. I love Douglas Adams. He wrote the episode. I think Aidan.
You, not David Agnew.
Jacob Hines said, not Hines, as Aidan would call him, says, this episode is brilliant. I really enjoyed it when the Doctor did that thing in France. I haven't seen this episode, so I'm just gonna guess. Thank you. 10 out of 10 if it has K9 in it. That's what I want to say. K9 is off screen. You don't fucking see him. The Doctor goes, K9, you're alright, and then you don't even hear him speak.
You're not gonna see K9 in these episodes.
I've been lied to, and I fucking hate it. And Nicole, Aidan's girlfriend, replied, looks like Aidan when I put up the good old green boy right there.
It does look like me, actually, doesn't it?
Yeah, I was going to reply, I thought the same.
Oh, cool. No worries. Just message my girlfriend. That's great.
Is she fucking messaging
I'm kidding.
on the
You can message my girlfriend all you fucking like.
This can't, honestly.
Jinx. Jinx, do you want me to diary? Do you remember that?
Yeah, me
that
diary.
saying?
No.
I used to do it with my mates all the time. If you say something at the same
Aidan's
time,
a chronic smoker.
and you say, but instead of just saying Jinx, it would be Jinx, you owe me a diary. I don't know why.
He's fucking used to work at Hungry Jack's. I'm just a load of rats. There.
No, this was like Andy and that.
Does Andrew smoke?
No,
Okay.
it's just a saying.
Do
I don't know
do any
why.
of your friends smoke?
None of that group. Some of my film
fair
friends do.
That's such a classic fucking filmmaker thing. Like, I'm gonna smoke.
doing the diaries.
Go
Yeah,
do a smoke break.
yeah. I've gotten very used to the smell of it just doing film.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Anything else you want to talk about this week, Connor?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. You want to update us on your car, weren't you?
Oh fuck! I got 5 things.
All right.
Don't worry. I'll go through
Be
it really
quick.
quickly.
Be quick.
Fuck you.
I'm just saying.
I will be quick. That was a joke. I don't fucking 5 things. You dickhead. Number 1.
This guy.
I might it's kind of a 2-part question because I was thinking about getting the 50% tattoo, which I thought was funny. It went down great on the poll. Everyone loved it. No one said no. Not even you as a joke. You always vote no.
No. Well, I thought it was funny.
It is funny. I'm gonna get it right there.
That's cool.
Anyway, I'll have to try and book it soon because 100 episodes in a few weeks. If it doesn't work out, I can still get it afterwards. But,
or I do it for you on the 100th episode.
yeah, like a tattoo gun. Yeah, fucking. That'd be funny.
That would be very funny.
That would fucking suck. You would literally. That would just look terrible.
I'd just draw a penis underneath it as well.
We probably would.
Yeah, knowing me.
Yeah. So we'll have to figure out like filming schedules and stuff, but I'll try and get it done. Yeah, that was one thing. Oh yeah, car update. I've moved my car from one plot of land to the other. We're currently working in the hills, like I said last week. I got stopped for my registration, which was overdue, which I didn't know about, and got my plates taken. So I had to go for a thing called the pits, which I think is meant to sound scary, but basically it's when you send your car in for inspection.
Yeah.
And all I heard all week was from my fucking dad, my dad's cousin who are working for, and my sister was they go through with a fine tooth comb, and they're just going to pick you up and everything. So I was, shaken going in. I think I put it in yesterday. I was like, fuck, I'm screwed. Like, I feel like there's going to pick up on everything. So I gave her a good clean. I, washed her. I took all the stuff out in my car, and I was like, all right. I called her Friday. I was like, Friday, you're going to do fine. Had to get a permit to drive. Didn't get pulled up by the police, but I thought I would. But you can just show you got a permit to go to the pits. It's just basically you can book it anywhere, any, mechanic. Went in. The stand fare was like $165 to get it checked. Again, my dad's cousin was like, it's going to take hours. And I was at 2 o'clock. And I was like, fuck, hours? It's going to suck. So I put it in. I was like, any idea how long it's going to take? I was like, I'll be in like an hour. And I was like, okay. All right. I was like...
8 hours later.
Well, I was like, how are you going to check everything in an hour? But anyway, I was like, I told the guys working with, I'm just going to go for a little walk. Because it's going to be an hour. So I'm not just going to sit on my ass on my phone. I went and got a drink. And Dad called me. And he was like, all right, got an update on your car. And I was like, fuck, they found something already. Like, now they're done.
You're good
passed
to go.
15 minutes. They looked at it for 15 minutes. The fuck is 15 minutes?
They're like there. Yep, door works.
Pretty much.
Yep, headlights on.
That's pretty much what I did. And I checked all
Thumbs
that
up.
stuff. That was it.
Double thumbs up.
Double thumbs up. So the only thing I noticed I even did was I checked all my seatbelts, and that was it. Like I've heard people go through and have awful experiences. Like apparently like it's totally unheard of to go out and not have a single thing.
Yeah.
Went fine.
I guess it depends how many fucks they give.
Yeah, I don't think they really care, which is great for me. So I might be on the road maybe a week or two. I need to get some plates now, and so I need to get my plates. I need to get pay my bill, my fee, which is only $100, and then got to pay my registration, and then I'm back on the road again. So not as bad as I thought. I've definitely calmed down from the whole situation.
After your rant last week.
Oh man, I was so mad.
What's your next update?
I can't remember.
You said 5 things. That's 2 things.
No, I was joking
3.
about 5 things.
Oh, right.
That was the joke.
I've been played.
No, yeah, I had something, but I can't remember, but it's fine.
Fair.
Yeah.
All right, Kuna.
Thank you.
City of Death.
Yep.
Out of 10.
Yep.
What are you going to rate it? You gave the 3 Doctors a 7.5. What are you going to rate this?
A 7.
Oh my god.
What about you?
Mate, I fucking love
Emily
this.
in Paris?
I'm giving it an 8.5.
Wow.
I
8.5.
adore this story a lot. I don't think you're gonna get a higher rating of a classic story from me, like,
for the
ever.
entirety of this classic Who run. So we got next. We got Earthshock.
Next week we are doing Earthshock, ladies and gentlemen. The death of Adric. It's a big
Adric,
one. I knew you wanted to do that one. That's why it's in here.
Yes.
And yeah, it's probably one of the most well-known Peter Davison stories, so I think it's a good go-to.
It's one of the most well-known classics. That's the one I always knew about.
Yeah, we got some Simon in there, so you get a little bit of... You'll get to understand excellence. You'll get to understand that.
Montgomery Burns.
Sure.
Survival will be really good as well.
Yes, after Earthshock next week, we'll then be going to Survival the week after that, and then a TV movie, and then an adventure in space and time in the lead-up to us doing...
And the 5-ish Doctors.
And the 5-ish Doctors, that'll be in the same episode. And then the week after that, it'll be our 100th episode of the podcast doing the Day of the Doctor.
So we've got another month then? We've got another month of filming classics and Adventure in Space and Time?
2 weeks of classics, an adventure in space and time.
Well, it'll be the Earthshock Survival TV movie. 4 weeks. We've
So
got 4
in
episodes.
4 weeks, we'll be doing Day of the Doctor.
Okay, that's a month. I reckon I could book in a tattoo. Apparently it's going to take like 15 minutes.
Yeah, it would. It'll take less than that, I reckon.
Fucking oath. I'm such a pussy with fucking pain, so it's going to be interesting.
I'm just a sucker for pain.
So that movie sucked.
So lame.
Yeah, cool. All right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. What? Did you see my battery life?
No, I just decided to scream.
I'm on low battery
on this show.
It is. Oh, you just wanted to scream.
Wait for my water. Stay hydrated.
Okay, guys. So, as always, we are the 50% Doctor Who podcast. You can find us over on Twitter and Instagram at 50Doctor. You can follow me on Twitter at Greenie_Pro, Conor on Twitter at HannumConnor, and watch us over on YouTube at the 50% Doctor Who podcast.
Always filmed episodes now.
That's right. Well, from now...
You can quote me on that.
Oh my god.
Well, I said from 100 onwards. But
Trust me on this. Trust me on this. Thank you very much for watching, and we'll see you next week for Earthshock. Bonjour.
Doing our lives, bro. This is fucked.